Messed up. There we go. Hey, and I can't even hear. Hold on now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. There we go. This is a different version of this of this particular. There we go. What's going on, everybody? I thought I had my other version of that video, but it's not. It's a different one, so that's why I had to pause in it. I was waiting on my song that my man Thick Cut did to come in, but it didn't. So Yeah, that didn't happen. I did want to check one thing out though. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. Yep. Let's see if it's gonna. It didn't play it. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Okay, so I couldn't get my. I still got to get my stream deck figured out, but I'm using. Doing a different little stream thing tonight. I'm gonna use my StreamYard. So see how that works. I think it's gonna work good, but I just wanted to make sure I had everything set up right. I'm gonna go ahead and get it cracking. Let me get this out my ear. There we go. And I think everything else is good. So yeah, I got a different little background. I just found something because I wanted something different than what I had yesterday when I did the show with my man KJ. Shout out to KJ, man. That was a good show, man. I'm glad we was able to get it done. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get right to it, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the shooting of United States Airman Roger Fortson. Now, I know a lot of people have seen this, and a few people have sent this to me. Thank you guys for doing that. I had already been on it and already had, damn, I left my cookie, and I already had every intention on doing this video. But a few people were asking me about it too. So I wanted to make sure that I got it done. And it's like, I'm doing it today. And here we are. So for those of you who haven't seen it, I'm definitely going to show the video, and we're going to talk about, just the overall totality of the circumstances. Shout out to you. I see you, Electric. Yep, he was one of the ones that asked me about it too. My hands are so ashy. Let me get that taken care of. But we're going to go ahead and we are going to break down the video. It is one of those real peculiar instances where it's just one of those things to where this is the kind of stuff that happens when you have not just, bad policing per se, but it was definitely lack of training. And the other thing that I saw in this was just lack of discipline too, when it came to just the handling of the firearm and discharging of the firearm and all that kind of stuff. It was just one of those things where it was just bad. So, wow. Electric said he's been a fan of the channel since 2017. That's what's up, brother. I appreciate that. That's been a while. You are OG. But definitely this is one of those things to where I want to make sure that I can talk about this because there are a lot of things to point out about this shooting. There's a lot of things that went wrong, and then there's a lot of things that went wrong just because of, well, there are a lot of things that went wrong, but the reason why a lot of these things went wrong, in my opinion, is lack of training. So I definitely want to hit this tonight, as they say in the church, on tonight. And you guys leave your comments in the comment section by all means. And of course, if you got any questions, I'll definitely answer those as well. He said, you have been on the intro is hard too. It's going hard too. Like, thanks, Trucker C. Shout out to my man, Trucker C. Man, I got my trucker horn ready, but because of I don't have the tune deck working yet, so you can't hear it. So I'm gonna figure that out. I think it's just my source, but I'm gonna figure that out, no problem. But I'm gonna have my trucker horn ready over here too. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the video, and then we're going to go ahead. I'm going to let you guys see it, and then we're going to go ahead and do a little breakdown. So without further ado, let's see how this works. If this is going to work the way, I think this is going to work the way I'm anticipating it. Yeah, because all I need to do is footage after man is shot and killed by, yep, that's it. There we go. Full body cam video. There we go. There go T. There go T. Yes. I like that. And see, and that's my thing too. I like the way that this, like, the presenting and stuff is a lot easier. I just like this. This is much better. XSplit needs to step their game up, man. I sent them a message today. They got to do better because StreamYard is getting it in.
Howdy, sir.
So you can see officer arrives on scene.
What's going on? I'm not sure. I just was told to let her know if you guys come by.
Okay.
So I'm going to give her a quick call and let you guys know. Let her know that.
So there was a fight going on or something?
I was not present for that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are they fighting or something?
He was saying that it happens frequently.
Okay.
But this time it sounded like it was getting out of hand.
Okay, which store?
So I'm not sure. 2 weeks ago, I was walking by their apartment, basically, on this side, and I was hearing someone yell, like, "Shut the f up, like, you stupid B word," and all this other stuff, and I heard a slap, right after it, but I wasn't sure where it came from, and I couldn't call, I didn't want to call the police, and,
Which room is it?
1401.
1401, okay.
1401. But the girl sounded scared, the one that called. She said, she was like, it sounds like it's getting really out of hand.
So it's hit number 4, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. You do me a favor, we stand out there and direct the other deputy that's coming to this area?
It's not, you're going to go to the 4th floor and it's going to be on this side. Right?
Gotcha.
Okay. Nothing weird about this so far. Got some information.
Three 12 and 111.
Pull up on you. He's listening.
Sheriff's office, open the door! Sheriff's office, open the door! Step out. Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
It's over there.
Drop the gun!
I don't have it.
312, shots fired. Suspect down. Do not move! 312, get EMS my location.
Okay, so few things here that I have problems with, and I'm going to take it back to what he was listening for and what he and like I've always said, you know what kind of call this is. It's the worst kind of call possible because this is a possible domestic. However, in this instance, there was nothing really going on. Now, regardless of what she said, the person who let him up, the person who contacted when he walked on the premises and he first got there, the guy was like, hey, I don't know what's going on. I was just told to let you know once you got here. He wasn't present for anything. He don't know anything that's going on, right? And once he got there, she tells him some shit about, hey, I've heard him arguing before, and I've heard this before. That's all fine and dandy, but I haven't heard shit.
Are they fighting or something?
He asked her, was they fighting or
That it
something?
happens frequently.
Okay.
She's saying that it happens frequently, but it sounded like it was getting out of hand. All right. What the fuck does that mean? It means nothing. It sounds like things were getting out of hand. That's relative. He could be calling somebody a dog head, a dog face bitch. That doesn't mean that it's getting out of hand. So it's like the information that he's receiving, you should receive it, but you have to take it as it comes. You take that with a grain of salt and you just say, okay, this is what she's saying. I get it. Let me get there. Now, if she's saying like, yeah, I can hear her screaming, I can hear him saying, I'm gonna kill you, bitch, or something like that, then now you want to step it up and you want to get there, see what's going on so that you can assess better. All he's doing is taking information that she's saying. She don't know what the fuck is going on because she's downstairs. Right? So it's like you have to, as the officer, yeah, I hear you, but I'm going to verify and investigate for myself, which is why you got to go knock on the door in the first damn place. That's just how that goes.
So I'm not sure. Because 2 weeks ago, I was walking by their apartment, basically, on this side, and I was hearing someone yell like, shut the fuck up, like, you stupid.
What the fuck is wrong with that? Shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. Maybe that stupid bitch was talking too much. It doesn't matter. That's not anything to go to jail for. That's not a criminal offense. Telling a woman to shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch, it is not a crime being committed. That's just what it is. I mean, it's not a crime. So it's like she's feeding him information. And my thing is this, I believe he kind of let that set the tone, which he shouldn't have. Because even if he's expecting some type of violence, until you see it, it ain't happened. And it's not going down, and don't approach it as such. Because she ain't seen shit. She's talking about, I heard 2 weeks ago. Well, bitch, 2 weeks ago has come and gone. We ain't there no more. So I get it. And what you're doing is trying to set precedent, but ain't shit happened yet. We talking about right now, today, on this call. I don't care if he kicked that bitch in her stomach and cracked 4 of her ribs 2 weeks ago. That ain't got shit to do with what's happening today. I wasn't here 2 weeks ago. I don't know what the fuck happened 2 weeks ago. Maybe she was being a stupid bitch and she was talking too much. And that's why he told her. I don't know and I don't care. I'm only concerned about with what's happening right now. And that's it. It's cool to hear all that shit, but what I'm concerned about is what's happening right now, today, in this moment.
The B word and all this other stuff, and I heard a slap, right after it, but I wasn't sure where it came from. Okay. And I couldn't call, I didn't want to call the police.
And then she says, I'm not sure where it came from, and I didn't want to call the police. Okay, so bitch, you don't even know if this was him or not. You see what I mean? You see how when people have this shit in their mind and they think they know what they're talking about and they have no fucking idea. Because obviously, bitch, whatever the fuck happened 2 weeks ago, you still didn't know who it was and didn't see a face. You just heard. That, ma'am, is called hearsay. That's just what that is. That's hearsay. And you talking about some shit that you heard as opposed to some shit that actually happened.
Which room is it?
1401.
1401, okay.
All right.
1401. But the girl sounded scared, the one that called. She said, she was like, it sounds like it's getting really out of hand.
So she's saying that somebody else has called her about this. Again, now you're talking about this is like third or fourth person hearsay. This the man sitting next to the man that's sitting next to the man that's sitting next to the goddamn man that called this motherfucker a piccolo player, that called this piccolo player a motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. It's like she's giving information and she's not even accurate, and she hasn't verified the information she's been given from somebody else who called her.
hit number 4, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? We send out there and direct the other deputy that's coming to this area?
It's on. You're gonna go up to the 4th floor, and it's gonna be on this side. Right?
Gotcha.
So right now, as an officer, I should be thinking, okay, I'm going upstairs. I don't know what the fuck is going on until I hear something that's going to indicate or require me to behave different. I'm just going to find out what's going on and conduct an investigation. That's it. That's it. That's all I want to do is literally find out what's going on, because the shit she's talking is some shit that happened 2 weeks ago. And then she's telling me about some shit that happened from somebody else telling her what happened. So we really don't know what the fuck has happened 2 weeks ago or today. So he goes around 1401. Yep. Now this right here is good police work, because he's arrived and now he's listening. What am I listening for? I'm listening for maybe some signs or some sounds of physical activity, physical violence, maybe even a shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. Maybe I can get a replay of that. That's why I'm listening, right? I haven't announced, haven't knocked, or done anything yet, because I want to listen. That's it. I want to hear a crime being committed. If these motherfuckers are just arguing, then I still want to kind of hear what's going on, just so that I can confirm that there is an argument going on. So now he's been at this door for several seconds and has literally heard nothing but the birds. Now that's his first fuck up. And here's why. He's not just generally knocking like, hey, want to offer, no wonder if you got a cup of brown sugar. He's not doing that. He's banging like the police. He's knocking hard and aggressive, which is fine. But when you knock like that, you need to announce that you're the fucking police. Sheriff's Department, Okaloosa, what is it? Okaloosa, sheriff's deputy, police, open up, deputy such and such. That's what you need to be doing, right? All right. He didn't. First knock. So now the person on the other side of the door, what the fuck would I tend to think? I tell you right now, if somebody knocked like that on my door and they didn't announce, I'm going to think that there's some bullshit going on at my front door. And why the fuck are you knocking like that? Now, some people may even say, yeah, but why would you answer the door with your gun? Well, here's my thing. I keep my gun on me. I keep my gun on me. My gun, from the time I get my fucking clothes on, my gun stays on my hip until I take my clothes off for the evening, and then I set the motherfucker right next to me. So the fact that he has his gun is not alarming. It should not be alarming. And he has it in his hand, granted, and he hasn't presented. That's the other point. But let's go. What's up, KJ? Thanks for the donation, brother. Appreciate you. Okay. Now he moves away from the door. Ain't tripping on that. Now, I believe I just heard him say, who is it? Let's go back a taste. You hear that? shit. Went too far. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing him looking through the peephole, or he's at the door saying, "Who is it?" However, police officer either didn't hear and he's fucking up by not hearing it, but now he's standing off to the side. So what am I thinking on the other side? It's really some bullshit going on now, because I'm like, who is it? And ain't nobody said shit. So I've heard a knock at the door. I have not heard Sheriff's Department. I have not heard Okaloosa Sheriff. I haven't heard police. All I hear is a motherfucker banging on my door, and then I hear nothing. And I say, who is it? And I still hear nothing. I now could be looking through my peephole, and what? I see nothing. So I'm thinking somebody's either fucking around or playing around at my door. I'm definitely gonna have my gun. So I'm on both. So you got two sides of the coin here, and you got this motherfucker on one side of the door who's in his fucking castle, and somebody or someone has knocked on his door, and they have not identified himself. Officer Friendly fucked up right here. You don't bang on somebody's door like that and not announce who the fuck you are. You knock on my door like that and you don't announce who the fuck you are, you better be the police. And hell, even then, depending on what the fuck is going on, I might come to the door talking shit. Say, man, don't knock like that. Ring my fucking doorbell, homie. So now what happens? See that? He still ain't heard shit. There was something else that I was inaudible. I don't know what that is. Let's try to go back and try to catch it. I don't know if he's saying you call the fucking police, or I don't know if he's saying that that's the is that the police? I don't know what the fuck he's saying. I can't really make it out, but it sounds like something police. All right. Still looking, what I would imagine, probably looking through the people, don't know what the fuck is going on, but he don't see shit. From that initial knock of nothing being announced, you don't see shit. Yeah, I would be a little bit on the leery side of what the fuck is going on.
Sheriff's office, open the door.
Now he says it again, or not again, but now he knocks again, and now he identifies. However, he is not in front of the door, so I still can't see. Could be somebody playing games or fucking around. I don't know. Not in front of the door. Now he moves in front of the door.
Sheriff's office, open the door.
Sheriff's office, open the door. Now he's identified himself, and now he's standing in front of the door. So now let's see what happens.
Step back.
So now he's opened the door, because he's now, and what from I could imagine from that first knock, no answer, no nothing. Yeah, I would have my gun. Yeah, I would have my gun. But here's the other thing. From what I can see, I'm thinking he didn't realize that he had his gun. Well, no, he didn't realize how it looks to have your gun in hand with the police at the door. Reason being is because he had not one, but two bogus knocks. Two bogus knocks. That first one he knocked, Didn't say shit. The second time he knocked, he wasn't in front of the door. He just said sheriff's department. I'm not going to believe that either. I'm just saying. Not to the point to where I think everything is okay. Is it probably the police? Could it be the police? Yes, absolutely. But because of the fuckery that happened in the beginning, I'm not going to necessarily just wave all that off and be like, oh, it's the police. Nope, not in today's world. Not in today's world. And I'm not saying to the point to where I'm going to be pointing my, presenting my gun, but I would damn sure, like, I wear my gun in a holster. And that's just because of how I was trained. So I would definitely be at the door like, what the fuck is going on? Who knocking at my door? And why the fuck are the police not standing at the door or not saying nothing? That's all I'm saying. So now I open the door. Officer then tells me to step out. He's now telling me to step out of my house. Why in the fuck are you telling me to step out? You haven't even found out what's going on yet. You aren't even trying to make contact to even identify. Hey, I'm Officer such and such. Got a phone call. I got a call. Conducting an investigation to find out what's going on. None of that. He just like step out. Like this nigga got a warrant or some shit already. And he know who this guy is. It's like if I know who this is, I know, oh yeah, this motherfucking this Roger Fortson. Oh yeah, I done locked this motherfucker up three, 4 times. Hey man, step out. You doing it again? That's how he's acting. Like this dude is getting ready to just go to jail. Hey, step out. No, I ain't got to step out. I'm in my home. What the fuck are you doing here, sir? Officer? He needs to be identifying himself and explaining what's going on. But he tells him to step out. And as you can see, the gun is not even, it is in his hand. It is not even up. It's not pressed towards him. It's not pointed towards him or anything. This gun is right here in his hand. And bam. Now you tell me how that looks like a threat because you are in Florida. It is absolutely legal and you should expect everybody to have a goddamn gun. Just like here in Texas. He's not pointing that gun. He has not come to the door in a hostile manner. He ain't talking shit. He ain't loud. He's not irate. There is nothing that shows you that he is a threat. It is not illegal to have a gun in your hand when you answer the door. I'm just saying. And as an officer, you should be expecting any and everybody in a state that is as pro 2A as Florida is, as Texas is, as Tennessee is, whatever the case may be, you should expect it. Everybody got a gun. That's all I'm saying. This guy is not a threat. And the whole thing is, like I've always said, what hurts you? Hands. If I see hands coming at me, if I see hands up at me, that is a threat. You show up to my house, half-ass knocking, and this is one of the reasons why all police officers, if we gonna send $100 million over to $5 billion over to the Ukraine, this is why we need to pay and make sure that every police department has a body camera system, because this is a training opportunity. You don't ever knock on somebody's door in a fucking uniform and not identify yourself. You don't go and knock on somebody's door and tell their ass to come the fuck outside and you don't even know what the fuck is going on. That's all I'm saying. He says, wait, let me go back. I see these niggas in the chat getting it cracking. What did he say? He said, no warrant mean never open the door or acknowledge police at the door. Things will always go left. That ain't true, ZYZ. That's not fucking true. But then he says, never open the door for the police makes no sense. Exactly. This easily falls under extended circumstances based on the call and witness statement, the door coming open one way or the other. Yes, that is true, UFO. He says, agree, yep, murder one, book him Dano. However, this split second to use the gun. It takes a split. Yes, it does. It does take a IQ being. It takes a split second to use a gun. And that's why if you're gonna go and approach this way, you need to be identifying yourself. And here's the thing: once you do that, get off the X, step to the side, or here's the kicker: wait for your partner. Ain't shit going on. It ain't shit going on, because here's the thing: if that door was still closed and he didn't hear shit, he ain't got to do shit. The other part to that is, let's just say if he goes to that door and he hears some yelling and screaming and a bitch talking about, he better kill me, then what he gonna do? He gonna kick the door down. Extended circumstances. He don't have to step out, but you still need to open the door. And for him on the other side, for Airman Fortson, if he is not sure of what the fuck is going on, ask, you're who? Who is this? What is your name, officer? What's your badge number? Okay, now I can crack the door. That's what it is. But I'm in my home. I get to come to the door like that when your ass don't knock properly. Because I don't know who the fuck is at the door. And by the time I realize it, I'm not looking to shoot nobody, but I'm damn sure should be, and I have every right to be, looking to protect myself. That's it. That whole stepping out shit, I'm not stepping out. Fuck you mean step out? For what? You are here conducting an investigation. You here to talk to me, motherfucker. I ain't got to step out my house. He says, what'd he say? If you only knew who you were talking to, right? Don't be with the chick that want to argue over BS. I'm talking to someone who doesn't know the law. You wrong, ZYZ. This nigga's a fucking police officer. And yes, he does know the law. And it's like, dude, it's like there's an investigation being conducted. And like he said, the door will get open one way or the other. The call's been made. So it ain't no unringing that bell. So we're here already. It's just the manner in which we're conducting it and the way that we're going with it is the problem. This is the same department that shot up their own cruiser for the acorn falling. Hey, look, Devin, I think that was what me and KJ was talking about yesterday. Is this the same department with the acorn shooter and the barrel roll and all that shit? If it is, then you definitely can see this is a fucking training issue department-wide, because this is half-ass identification and he is over fucking reacting right now. He is definitely overreacting. Definitely. So it's like, and even if I felt as though I'm in trouble, or this dude is threatening, whatever the case may be, I still need to give the command to drop it. Hit him with the RoboCop. Drop it. Put the gun down. Hit him with the if I'll hit him with the RoboCop, hit him with Tommy Lee in The Fugitive. Put that gun down. Do something, because he's not pointing that gun at me. And I have to be able, being the trained law enforcement officer, I got to be able to see that and identify that. Gun, yes, which then should give me the alert. I should then be, once I see the gun, I'm now alerted to present mine. And now I'm telling you, drop that gun, man. You coming to the door with the gun is a no-no. Me knocking the way I did was a no-no. I fucked up, but drop that gun, buddy. Drop it. Just saying. That's what he should have did. Because right now, that officer is not in trouble. He is not in a life or death situation. He is literally talking to a guy that has a gun. And hit him with what? 4 or 5 shots.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
It's over there.
Drop the.
Now he doesn't even see that the gun is gone. All he literally thought, this officer, is just gun, shoot. And you don't have the right to do that, man. The only command you gave this dude was to step out, when you should have told him, put the gun down, drop it. Drop it.
Gun! 312, shots fired. Suspect down. Do not move! 312, get EMS my location.
And that is very problematic, dude. I'm saying, for me, that's a bad shoot. That is a bad shoot. I'm sorry. It is what it is. That is a bad shoot. It just is. He should not have done that fast. You that nervous, you that upset, you that on edge, whatever the case may be. Nope. Nope. You can't be the police reacting like that when you have not taken into account the totality of the circumstances as to why you shot this guy. Because if I ask you that question, why did you shoot him? The only thing you can tell me is that he had a gun in his hand. Was that legal? Did you tell him to drop it? Did you tell him to put it down? Did he not obey your command? Hell, what command did you give him? You told him to step out. Well, if you felt that this guy was a threat, why would you tell him to step out with a gun in his hand? I didn't see the gun until after I gave the command. Exactly. Which then could have given you time to give another command. Because if he wanted to shoot your ass, he would have opened the door blasting. And that's the fact. You can argue you felt unsafe. You can argue that you thought he was. If he wanted to shoot your ass, he would have shot through that door, or he would have opened that door guns a-blazing. He didn't say step back. That's a typo. He didn't say that. He said step out. That what do you call it? The shit. God damn it. What is that shit called? The shit, I can't think of it. I'll show it for you. I'll show it to you again. The subtitles. Yeah, the translation of what he said. That was wrong.
Sheriff's office, open the door! Step out.
Oh no, I'm wrong. He did say step back. He did say step back. He did say step back.
Step out.
My apologies.
Step out. Step out.
Yep, he did.
Step out.
Yep.
Drop the gun!
He surely did. He said step back. Yep, he said step back. So it's like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. He was doing way too much. He says circumstance, extended circumstance, reasonable suspicion that an individual may be in a potential life-threatening situation which requires no warrant for entry. Harsh reality. Yep, that's a fact. And what did he say? UFO, no warrant, no extended circumstances, no RAS. I don't know what the fuck that means. Hearsay from unknown, unreliable sources describing an argument. Nope. You wrong, ZYZ. So it's here's the problem. This is a domestic violence call. So you already have the call of there being, there you go. There's already a suspicion of a crime. An investigation must be conducted. So if there's a domestic going on, because you have to look at it from this perspective, that dude could have that bitch tied up in a fucking bathroom right now. And I don't know. Nope. So that's the problem with domestic violence calls. When there's a domestic dispute going on, a domestic violence, a lot of shit go out the window. And part of that is no warrant and all that shit. Yes, there are already extended circumstances. Because I have a call for domestic. I gotta see what the fuck is going on. I gotta know if somebody else is in there. And if there's somebody else in there, I gotta talk to that person too. You gotta talk to all parties involved. Ain't no dude just get to come to the door or not open the door and tell you everything is all right. And you just walk your stupid ass back down in your car and go eat your McDonald's. It don't work like that, bro. That is not how that call goes. Nope, it ain't. That's more than a no. You wrong, ZYZ. The fact that call goes in, that is more than enough for an investigation to be conducted. You gotta open the door. That ain't cop logic, nigga. That's the motherfucking policy and procedure. If I got a bitch tied up in the bathroom, sir, I can't just leave because the motherfucker who answered the door and didn't open the door told me there ain't nothing going on but the rent. And I just go. It don't work like that, bro. And if you do some stupid shit like that, you gonna fuck around and get a door kicked in on your ass and you'll fuck around and get shot. You have to cooperate with that shit. An investigation must be conducted because it is a domestic. Because you have to look at it the other way. If that dude is there, he said, I ain't going to agree. Nigga, you ain't got to agree. I'm just telling you what you talking about. The Constitution says my constitutional right, you can't enter without a warrant. That's not true. Extended circumstances with a domestic violence is always there. That's the fact. Sorry, homie, but that's it. That's the way the shit goes. You got your bitch, y'all arguing. You best believe if I show up, I'm talking to you and your bitch. Hey, yo, bitch. Yo, what's going on? What are you doing? What did he do? I'm going to talk to her. You are not going to tell me I don't have no warrant and I got to get the fuck out of here. It don't work like that, bro. They made the call saying that some motherfuckers was going back and forth and yelling. Sounded like shit got out of hand, and that's why they have us there to investigate. The call has already been made. Swatting is totally different. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that. Swatting is totally different. That's a motherfucker call us in. They got guns and they doing this, and I think it's somebody tied up. That's a whole different ball game. We talking about an average domestic violence call. That's exactly what this is. Don't be adding a bunch of other shit caveats with these motherfucking YouTubers and these content creators and all that stupid shit they doing. We're just talking about saying, hey, when you put in that call and there's some type of domestic violence, the reason why, and here's the reason why swatting is different. Because when motherfuckers be saying swatting, they over-exaggerate the shit. That's why it be 39 motherfuckers showing up for swatting. This ain't that. So I'm telling you what the fuck it is, and you can talk all that Fourth Amendment shit you want to, but you gonna get your ass tossed up, locked up, or shot up trying to be the guy talking about, no, anyone here is supposed to happen like that. No warrant, no, no, nigga, no. Not on the DV. Not on the DV. That is not how that shit goes. What did he say? He said, how's it looking in that hole you dug and fell in? UFO, you ain't shit. He says, what hole? Its opinion in a comment section. Relax. Well, he's just fucking with you, man. Relax, chill. We good. But yes, you have to realize that it's like, it's okay to know your rights and to know the law, but you need to know how that shit goes when it comes to knowing the law, to know what you can and can't do. Because, and just like, right, so just like Teluvian says, just don't open the door. Yeah, you initially don't have to open the door, but that door is gonna get opened. It's gonna get open. That's an inevitable thing. Because of it being a domestic violence call, that door is going to be open. Sir, you got to open up this door, partner. Because if there's somebody else in there, I have to conduct my investigation to make sure. Now, you can do it with me or you can do it with 30 of me, but we're getting in. Because here's the thing. If it is if it is worst case scenario, then what do I have? A wife, some kids, a girlfriend, whatever the fuck, all being held hostage, and a nigga talking about he ain't opening the door? Not on my watch. Oh, that door gonna get open, homie. One way or the other. You can either open it yourself and turn the lock, or I'm gonna open it with this motherfucking boot. Then I'm this motherfucking I'm about to open it up with these baits that I'm about to put on this door, nigga. That's what the fuck I'm about to do. So let's go open one or the other. You can either open it with your fingers and let me in, or I'm gonna put these baits on this door and I'm gonna get in that motherfucker one way or the other. You ain't got no choice in this matter. Well, you do got a choice, but you can do one way or the other. You can either let me in or my baits are gonna let me in. That's it. But either way, I'm gonna get in. Now, with this shit that happened the way that it did, I believe that this officer, worst case scenario, well, I would say this. It wasn't premeditated, so it ain't no murder one. I hope a motherfucker don't think that. It definitely ain't murder one. But the other thing too is that I would say is probably manslaughter. It's definitely manslaughter. It is. It was definitely by accident. It ain't murder too, but it's definitely manslaughter. It just is because of how the fuck this shit went down. Yeah, that's manslaughter. It just is. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. But I want to show y'all this real quick because this shit here, this is the other part to this, because like I said, and this dude appeared to be a patriot. He appeared to be an upstanding young man operating well within his legal rights, and he's dead because of it. But now, when you have somebody like Ben Crump involved, the nigga show is bound to take place. And now he done gas these motherfuckers up, and here we go.
Brian, you want to get on that side of her? There's Natalie. Natalie, you want to get on this side?
Good morning. It's with a very heavy heart that we gather in Fort Walton, Florida today. I am Attorney Ben Crump, along with Attorney Natalie Jackson from the Ben Crump Law Firm, and with our co-counsel, who we are honored to work with on this very important case.
And he's talking like really slow, so I'm gonna like skip through this a little bit because I can only tolerate so much of this nigga.
Case, Attorney Brian Bart, who is with Levin Papantonia Law Firm, whose law firm that is headquartered in this region, but is one of the best law firms in America, and we're very honored that he and his firm would take up this cause for justice with us on behalf of Roger Fortson. Also present with us is
Oh
the
my
mother, Fortson. Also, we have all here for her, just trying to hold her up.
And you know what's what's so sad about this? He act like he know these people, and he probably just met their ass because he was barely getting their names. He was like that pause where like, who all here? The mother, the sister. He doing that kind of shit. So it's like, don't act like you know these motherfuckers, man. It's like, go ahead on, bro.
Because she is completely devastated.
How you know? You would think this motherfucker is like they family lawyer and been knowing their ass for years. He probably just met these niggas not even an hour ago.
His father, Roger, is completely devastated. His brothers and sister, especially his little brother Andre and his little sister Harmony, who he picked out the name for his 10.
He don't even really know what he's saying or where he's going with this. He's literally winging it. He's making this shit up as he go. And I'm gonna prove to you how he's making this shit up as he go.
Your sister. He was there when she was delivered.
Why wasn't the father there? But I digress.
And his mother tells the story of how, you know, he did everything that he did for his family. He was trying to help his family have a better life. His dream, like so many young people who don't come with a silver spoon, was to get his mother a home.
And y'all done heard Tommy say this plenty of times. That is not his responsibility. And why do we make it as such? Why is it that our community is always us trying to get our mama a house, trying to get our mama a car? We taking care of our mama like she's our wife. It's fatherlessamerica.com, man. Jesus Christ.
He was trying to make sure his 16-year-old brother and his 10-year-old daughter knew that their big brother was going to make.
He said 10-year-old daughter.
Sure, a home. He was trying to make sure his 16-year-old brother and his 10-year-old daughter knew that their big brother was going to make sure that they had a chance at the American dream. And that's why he was sacrificing so much for them. And it's very emotional.
He's trying to act like he's choked up, and he's not. He's literally just unprepared. This is nigga shit. He's literally unprepared. He didn't write anything down, and my thing is this: it would not have been a bad thing for him to do that. You are the attorney. You are, in this instance, the spokesperson for the family. Be fucking prepared, dude. Get your fucking $1,200 phone out your fucking pocket and take some fucking notes so that you can make some points and sound like you fucking got some dignity and some fucking and know how to speak. It's like, god damn. Niggas always wanting to wing some shit. It's ridiculous.
Because he was injured.
You can see it in his eye. He's like fishing for shit to say.
Injured when he was on a tour of duty in Kuwait.
Look, he checking back with her like, is that right? Or am I fucking up? Have you some notes, man?
Yeah, and he fought.
Get closer to the mic. And
he was injured just loading the plane, and he said the pain was so severe that he thought he was gonna die. And he was like, he said it so casually though, like, but Mom, I knew I couldn't die because I knew I had to get back to Harmony and Andre.
Right.
And when I got the phone call and I had to tell them that he was shot, I gave them some kind of faith because I knew that he would fight for them.
And she believed until she got the ultimate news that he was going to live because he promised his little sister and little brother that he would always be there for them.
So yes, that's his sister and brother, not his daughter. That's just this nigga talking like niggas do. Misinformed, misled, and just willing to say whatever the fuck.
And so this is heartbreaking on so many levels. We are here at this press conference mainly because we had to correct this narrative that had been put out there.
Okay, now he's correcting the narrative, right? Let's go.
I mean, Roger Fortson was the best America had to offer. He was a patriot. He was a U.S. Airman, special ops. I mean, he was fighting for our way of life.
He was fighting for everybody.
He was fighting for everybody. He graduated from high school in Atlanta, Georgia. He enlisted. He had dreams of being a pilot. He had always wanted to serve in the United States Air Force. And he was living his dream. And by doing so, he was going to make it better for his mother and his siblings and his family so they could have a better chance at.
Oh, not his daughter being? Oh, okay. So the daughter he ain't got no daughter. Oh, okay, there we go. Yes, you hear this nigga say special ops, but he gonna get corrected again.
The American dream. Everybody who's contacted us, Attorney Jackson and us, have told us what an incredible young man he was. Not just that he was a patriot, not just that he was very intelligent, not just that he would give his shirt off his back to anybody, not that he was a great son for his mother and father, not that he was a great brother and sister, a brother for his little brother and sister, not that he was incredible.
Not that he just wouldn't get prepared so that he could actually speak and articulate himself. Not that he actually would give a fuck about how he's coming off so that he could just flow through what it is he wanted to say. Not that he would just prepare himself like an educated person would, since he is giving a press conference. Not that he probably put the press conference together and wasn't fucking prepared himself. Not that he's sitting there talking and he's literally just rambling on as opposed to having the facts about the young man. Not that he could just speak to what this young man did and who this young man was, as opposed to trying to stretch the shit. Not that this young man seems to be an upstanding patriot and was serving his country. Not that you gotta kind of make shit up and fluff it because it's already there. He literally could have started off this entire press conference talking about Airman Fortson, who he was, what he did in the military, what his commanding officers and things like that said about him. He could have started off with that instead of this, not that bullshit ass line, not that just rambling on and dragging shit out, not that he came fucking unprepared, not that he really don't know what the fuck he's talking about and he's just fucking talking because he's a slimy piece of shit that will just exaggerate the truth for the sake of his 33 and a third.
Friend.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna hear from his people he went through basic training with. I mean, their parents talked about how outstanding he was.
He held their kids accountable.
Yeah, and he was just a good person. He was a good person. And when the Okaloosa County Sheriff's deputies came to his apartment,
The deputies or
his
deputy?
apartment, his sanctuary,
Playing his game.
his castle,
Yeah.
where he had every right to be. And they forcefully entered his apartment.
Now y'all saw the video, right? Y'all saw the video. That fucking police officer didn't even cross the threshold to his apartment. See how niggas love to lie? Niggas love to fucking lie. And my thing is, he don't even have to. It's all right there. Everything is pretty much in your favor. All you got to do is tell the truth. But what do niggas want to do? They want to lie and exaggerate. Watch them. So they already.
His girlfriend was on FaceTime with him. So she heard everything. And she talked about how she heard a bang at the door, an aggressive bang. And she talked about how he said, "Who is it?" And he heard no response.
Facts. He could have just said that instead of they busted up in the door. They busted up in the motherfucker.
She talked about how he went to the door to look through the peephole, but it was as if somebody was covering up the peephole so he couldn't see out of it.
Niggas love to lie. I don't know why, but niggas, they love to lie. Why would he say that? And he obviously didn't know, right? Because he either didn't see the tape yet, but he didn't know. And even if that's what she said, he know good and goddamn well she didn't translate that in that video. So why not just wait for the video and talk about how great of a man this guy was and that he was killed unnecessarily? Nope, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna lie and make up a bunch of shit. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep, I'm gonna make up a bunch of shit, talk a bunch of shit, say how it was their fault, it was their fault, and it was their fault, and it was their fault, and it was their fault. As opposed to just saying, let me tell the fucking truth. I don't get it. I just don't fucking get it.
And he kept saying, "Who is it?" And how he went and retrieved his legally registered gun as a gun owner to protect his house, and how he was walking back and the door was open, and then how she said that she just heard shots.
How could she have described all this shit? How could she have described all this shit? And that's why I don't believe this is what she's saying. This just nigga shit. This is just his ass lying and just making shit up. And then the door was already open. And then he just heard the shots. And then that's just what happened. And it was just and then the alien showed up and was with him, and then we don't know why the police had came up in there, why he had his legally registered firearm. What is wrong with this nigga? This is a fucking attorney talking like this. And I ain't tripping on the Southern drawl. I ain't even tripping on the Southern drawl, but nigga, you need to get a fucking spokesman if you talk like this and you just gonna make shit up. And then they said that he was just standing there and he didn't know what was going on. And then she said that he said that the door was covered up like he couldn't see out the peephole. And then she said, man, if you don't shut the fuck up,
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
that's exactly what somebody should have said.
And then
And
how
then,
he was on
is this a fucking 5-year-old? I mean, what the fuck?
the ground.
And
How
they
does she know?
said,
And
instead of calling MS, they just said, oh yeah, he shot up. He shot up. Our baby was shot up.
he was
We heard that, didn't we? That's what the deputy said, ain't it? He shot up. Yep, he shot up. He shot up. Why would you feel the need to just lie? And you see how him lying like he's lying, it's now rolling off to her, and now she adding on, and then they just said he was shot up. He was shot up. Y'all have an outstanding young man here. He ain't in no gang. He ain't got no record. He's an airman in the United States Air Force. He was absolutely in his own home, living his life like it was golden, and the police came and over fucking reacted. I don't give a fuck what they say. All I know is that this guy was an upstanding citizen and he wouldn't have did this shit. And here's the other part. You don't have the fucking tape. Why don't your stupid ass wait until you get the fucking tape? What, day later, 2 days later? It's like, goddamn.
shot 6 times.
You shot?
You obviously you can see how devastated the family is. Utterly devastated. And so after that, he was laying on the ground saying, I can't breathe. And they
don't even know what to say.
seem to.
He don't know what to say because he's making this shit up as he goes. He's literally making this shit up. Why? Why do you have to do this? I don't understand this, man. You don't have to do it. You literally have I mean, bro, it's like this. And forgive me how this may sound, but this is what it is. You couldn't paint a better witness. I mean, a better victim. Aside from him wearing a fucking clergy robe and blessing the people that died as he walked the street, helping an 85-year-old woman across the street in the midst of getting shot like this, you can't paint a better picture. Right, UFO said they got a legal freestyle. Like, what the fuck? And then
go through the apartment saying, County Sheriff, reveal yourself, identify yourself, while he laid on the ground, still struggling to breathe.
boy,
Obviously, we know what happened, and it's important to say before Attorney Barr address you all that this truly is about the Constitution. Because in the state of Florida, I mean, We encourage gun ownership. We have a right to the Second Amendment. We wear it proudly here in the state of Florida. And when you think about the people who we want to have guns in America, he is Exhibit A. I
Exactly.
mean, he was
And he could have
trained
said that.
to use a firearm. He's a military trained officer. He's very responsible. He respects authority. He's very diplomatic.
He was handpicked.
He was
Because of his IQ.
He was handpicked because of his
Listen to him.
IQ.
It came easy. All of his exams was 100%.
He was special ops. He was picked.
He was special missions aviation.
See what I mean? Niggas just making shit up. He was special ops. He was special missions aviation. Why couldn't you just write that? She obviously knows it. It's her son. Why couldn't he just write this shit down and come and just spit that shit off? The kid has obviously an impeccable resume. I would have ran that shit down. Oh, y'all, I'd have came out there saying, oh, y'all fucked up. I would have came out there like Bill Dukes. Oh, y'all fucked up. Y'all done shot the wrong one today. Yeah, y'all shot a good guy. Your fucking whack ass sheriff shot a fucking good guy. I don't give a fuck if he was arguing with his girlfriend or arguing with his mama. Y'all shot a good guy today. This motherfucker, like, he was special ops. He was special missions aviation. He was special missions aviation. Like, why didn't you learn this shit, bro? Have some fucking professionalism. Instead of coming on here sounding like a goddamn slave. Like they just got this nigga right out the goddamn cotton field, or he was in the barn tending to the horses, and they just said, put this suit on, Ben, and come on over here and talk on these cameras.
I mean,
He was handpicked. His colonels, all of them have contacted me and told me such a special young man he was. Even when I got sick and he wanted to come home, they told him no, because he was so smart. He was so intelligent.
And here's my thing. The other part he should have did. Tell me about him so I can write this down so I can say it, so you don't have to. Because I don't want you falling down and falling out up here. I just want you to hold that picture. Tell me about him so that I can, because he should have been saying that, or let her do it. I want you to go out here and I want you to run down your son's resume, and I want you to do it with pride, and I want you to do it with dignity. That's what I want you to do. And it's okay if you're going to cry, but don't be falling out talking about, I can't. Don't do that. Stand up for your son.
Even the kid's parents reaching out to me, showing me love, because when he went to their house, he was so respectable. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Oh, God, they don't know what they took from me.
yes,
Jesus,
man.
they don't know what they took.
And he had a right to the Second Amendment.
True.
And he also had the right to the Fourth Amendment, to be free of unlawful searches and seizures, especially in his home. I mean, they teach us in law school about the sanctity of the home in the United States of America and how that is your safe haven.
And here's my thing. You an attorney, come out here and talk about that. Instead of just, I'm going to make a bunch of shit up and pad this shit up, make it seem like it's a real sad story. The story's already sad, dude. It's already sad.
That is your castle. You are free in your home from people using excessive forces and searches and seizures of your home.
Excessive forces. I can't with this stupid ass nigga. I'm sorry. And it's like this. Anybody can be a fucking lawyer. Anybody can pass the bar. This nigga is just not a professional motherfucker. Period. I'm sorry, but he's just not professional. He can go do 1,000 of these and he's still gonna talk like this. Like you can use his special forces, excessive forces. It's excessive force. God damn, man. This is us though. This is the shit that we get to do. And then when somebody correct you, oh, well, you know what I mean. That's that stupid nigga shit.
Home. And Roger had that right. He had that right to the Second Amendment. He had that right to the Fourth Amendment.
He was protecting us so we could have that right.
He was protecting us so we could have all those constitutional rights. You're absolutely right, Mika. I mean, he was a patriot for all of us. And so they busted in the wrong apartment because we know there were no disturbances. He, in Roger's apartment, he was on the phone with his girlfriend. He had been playing video games with his fellow law enforcement friends.
Do you hear this stupid? I can't. This nigga too stupid. But that was the part I wanted to get to before I wrap this up. Because my thing is this, if it wasn't nobody in that house and it turned out that there was nobody else in that house, and if it turns out that these motherfuckers just overheard this dude because he may have been on the game talking shit, then that makes it even worse. That makes it even worse. Because he could have been making this shit up too. But when he said this, I said, I wonder if that was true. If he was online or on the phone and one of these motherfucking bitches heard him talking and called the fucking police because they didn't know what the fuck was really going on, that just makes it even worse. Fellow law enforcement friends. He's so fucking stupid and unprofessional, man. It's sickening, dude. You an embarrassment as a fucking lawyer, as a black man, as a civil rights attorney, whatever the fuck you calling yourself. You a nigga in a suit that's motherfucking trying to get paid. That's it. You don't even have the wherewithal to be professional enough to know what the fuck you talking about and to have some talking points. He should have been going out there saying, I want to hit these 6 things and we're going to motherfucking take some questions. We getting the fuck up out of here. But I want to go out here and I want to give the right narrative of who this young man was. I don't want these motherfuckers trying to make up shit, trying to make it seem like he had a gun and was pointing it at the officers or some shit. That's what you should have did if you're going to be a good attorney, asshole. Instead of just coming up here talking. And then he, not only that, he was a friend and his law enforcement friends was with him. And you don't even know what you're talking about, bro.
I'm sorry, Air Force man. He had been playing video games up until 4 o'clock, had only been home for 30 minutes. His girlfriend reported that when she called him a little before, around 3, that he was playing games, he would be home at 4 and he would call her when he got home. And that's exactly what he did. He was just in his apartment minding his business. And then around 4:30, this cascade of tragic events.
Cascade. What the fuck is a cascade? This nigga's stupid.
Started to take place.
Chances not to kill him.
Yeah.
3 chances.
They had all kind of chances not to kill him. They could have made sure that we gathered.
All right. Great. All right. There we go. That's enough. Great question, Horse Lighting. Horse Lighting says, the landlady had said there had been fights in his apartments before. So that doesn't matter. Dream Demon says, my wife said she heard Dream Demon. What did he say? My wife said she heard me yelling far away from my house. He said she laughed, but a neighbor could think differently. Right. But then Horse Lighting comes back and says, how does the cop know that's not the right no, but how does the cop know he won't point it at him? Only take seconds. Exactly, Horse Lighting. which is why he shouldn't be standing dead center. Which is exactly why he shouldn't be standing dead center. The other thing is too, horse lighting, is that you have to watch for hands. You are trained as a law enforcement officer. Hands are what hurt you. Hands are what hurt you. And if my thing is you didn't hear shit and there wasn't shit going on to make you think that there was something going on at a heightened state, you were simply there to conduct an investigation for domestic violence call. That's it. You have to look at that and see, is this he didn't even give him a chance to put the gun down. Period. All sources are unreliable, Z. All sources are hearsay. That's why you have to conduct the investigation, and that's why you have to open up the door. But be that as it may, it's still an investigation that has to be conducted. And yes, you want all information. I want all the hearsay. I want all the ifs, ands, or buts. I want all the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. I want all of that so that I can have a proper assessment of what's going on. But nevertheless, all of that information that you've given me, I still have to conduct my investigation so that I can attest to what it is I discovered. Not what she said and he said and they said and we said. That's just how that goes. They were looking for hands. How else would they see the gun? No. You looking for hands that are coming up to hurt you. I got the gun in my hand and it's down by my side, by my leg. Yes, I can have that. Yes, you can tell me to put it down. Yes, you can tell me to drop it. You don't just get to shoot me because I got a gun in my hand and you come into my house. There it is. It's just that simple. I'm at this man's house. Yep, I get it, but I just don't get to shoot a motherfucker because he got a gun in his house. I'm sorry. That ain't how it go. So it is what it is. But I think that I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to cover in this. This is just an unfortunate incident. That officer fucked up royally. This is the same department. Now you gonna be known for shitty police work because it's the same department that had the Acorn shooting. Motherfucker heard an Acorn hitting a fucking car, and then this nigga went and unloaded a magazine and had his partner, his sergeant, unloading her magazine. This is shitty, not shoddy, shitty policing. Period. He fucked up on the announcement. He fucked up with his positioning with the door, and he wasn't really paying attention. He should have waited if he thought that it was some shit really going down, because he heard nothing and he saw nothing. That bitch that was walking him upstairs was talking about some shit that happened 2 weeks ago, and basically she told him she heard somebody who called her and said they heard something going on in his apartment. Just saying. Thanks, T Electric. I appreciate it. But it is what it is, man. I hope that that this dude's family can find some closure with this, and I hope that they can move on from this. And I'm quite sure that they'll definitely be getting some type of award with this lawsuit, because this was definitely a bad shoot. And Okaloosa, y'all fucking up. Y'all need some training. Facts. I'm just saying. But with that being said, I want to thank everybody for tuning into the show. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys. Y'all continue to support me, and I appreciate it. Please click the like. Please click the share. Please click that Cash App, if you will. And man, till next time, peace, and I'm out.